What's up? That's odd framing. All right. Off to an awesome start. What's going on, everybody? Welcome in to Pregame Live. And we got a big old Rams football game today, as we do most Sundays and this time of year, as taking on the Cardinals. The Rams have beat the Cardinals 7 straight times in Arizona, which is awesome. That's super cool. So, what we're doing now, I'm just kind of sharing around. And yeah, drop your score predictions as well. If you get the score exactly correct, then you are scoring yourself a Ram Showcase T-shirt, and they're awesome. Oh, this is not one. They're awesome. Can confirm. They're all in my room, which is not this. This is the sheriff station. The bedroom is over there. Yeah, they're all in there. So I don't have them with me right now. But Ram Showcase t-shirts, if you are watching the Ram Showcase episodes every week, then you have seen them and know that they are awesome and super cool. So make sure you drop in score predictions. We'll be getting out of here in just a couple minutes. We're not going to get totally screwed up like we did last time. So we're going to just set up everything right now. Wi-Fi off. That's a great start. We're already way ahead of the game. And then, yeah, we just get over. Did you guys do your Rams picks? I love doing those. It's an absolute blast doing the picks. Except for I hate that every single week we get asked a question of casinos, like other table games. The other table games. That is all every time. Don't you know me by now, Rams? Mustache. Yes, yes. We're just kind of steering into this skid right now. I don't know what to tell you about it. Its name is Stan. We found that you know what? Get a couple beers in me and I started naming my mustache. That's what we did last week against the Falcons. It was named in like the first quarter of last week's game. You haven't won yet. Sucks, man. I was it like 2 years ago now? It's been a while. I was fourth place, and only the top 3 places were scoring prizes. So that was a whole bag of bummers, and it didn't work out. But it's okay because let other people have stuff. That's fine with me. It doesn't hurt my feelings. Other people can win things. I have plenty of things. You know what I mean? So this place is very full of Ram stuff all over the place. So it's okay if other people get Ram stuff instead of me. That's okay with me, unfortunately. How do you think the Rams did overall against the Falcons? Just got to close it out, man. The Rams have been outscored 45-10 in the second half so far in just 2 games this year. That is lopsided. So, got to be able to come out in the second half stronger. I know that Sean McVay should be able to cook something up for that. And I know that that stat would not blow anybody's mind in the locker room. Saying that this team has been outscored 45-10 in the second half would not shock anybody that's in the team. So, it just feels like something that McVay would have talked about. So from that standpoint, man, I think that overall just got to close it out. But the way that the Rams opened against the Falcons, I thought they did awesome to start the game. So I just got to keep that going, keep that pressure up. So we did get the full list of inactives. I'll read it to you real fast before I bounce on out of here. Kutch is active. Lance McCutcheon, he is playing in this game. I don't expect him to have any kind of big impact or anything, so I wouldn't be going and putting down for like first touchdown or anything like that. If you want to put some dollar bills on this game, I love putting money on games. It's my favorite thing to do. Not into like a dangerous way, but I definitely have a good time doing that. So we got Jordan Fuller, which is unfortunate. Jacoby Durant, he's inactive. Bryce Perkins, of course, we expected. David Long Jr., so that's 3 in the secondary just there. And then Sean Jolly as well, who was just brought up. But that's kind of expected. Well, maybe not. That's kind of a hard thing to answer because he is brand new, but we also are beat up in the secondaries. First score prediction of the day coming from AJ, 41-22 Rams, Cup and A-Rob, L.A. Rob going off, L.A.D. Feast off Kyler. Hit 102 today. Hit 102. All right, so you're saying 3 sacks for Donald. this is what one thing I wanted to talk about. So you're locked in, AJ. One thing I wanted to talk about was if Donald gets his 100th career sack by Kyler Murray falling to the ground and he just like falling on top of him or something, I'd be disappointed. Because Kyler Murray is blatantly terrified of Aaron Donald, and rightfully so. I mean, let's not get confused here. That is a normal reaction to Aaron Donald running at you. But you're also a football player, dude. And how about you just play the football game? And how about you try a little harder than that, man? Because that playoff game last year, the Rams and Cardinals, Kyler Murray looked like a toddler every time Donald came within 5 yards of him. He's just like, you know, like, God, I hate that so much. It's so frustrating. It's just like, I don't know. Maybe I just want to watch Kyler Murray get blasted, dude. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the only reason this hurts my feelings is because I just want to see him get absolutely smoked. And he deprives me of that every week. Another score prediction coming in. Mike Stevens coming in with a 24-21 LA Rams win. You know what, man? I was the one last week. Everybody was predicting a big blowout last week, and I was the one that was like, I think this game is going to be closer than that. And then it was, but I mean, it was kind of a twisted way because it was a blowout for a while and then got closer at the end. But I feel kind of opposite this week about it. I really want a water right now. My throat feels exhausted. Like my voice, it just feels so tired. Like it was a big day at work yesterday, just a long day. But this week I'm feeling a blowout, man. I'm thinking like 36-13 is what I've kind of been saying. Next score prediction here coming from Edwin, 32-17, a lot more in line with my personal prediction there. You do have to nail it, by the way. You have to be spot on. Then you get that Ram Showcase T-shirt. Ramsey taking one to the house. Dude, I would love to see that. I want to see Aaron Donald get a touchdown, man. No career touchdowns for Aaron Donald. That is super unfortunate. He needs to get in there, man. And Josh of Shaw's Customs coming in 33-17. What is that? Okay, 32-17. Okay, I was thinking, hold on, that one's been taken, but no, it has not. And also, I am not in charge of paying attention to other scores. That's your job. All right, so let's get this all set up here from the cell phone. Go sideways here. I am Sheriff Joe Bags, which is the greatest name. I can't believe they let me use that at work. That's so good. I'll do it again. You're looking. Now work. Oh, wait. Mute that. Every time I have trouble with that. For no reason at all. For none of the reason. All right. Let's go ahead and close this puppy out. This looks so weird from my angle here. We will leave. I think that's right. Yeah, we're still here. Okay, good. All right, we are good to go. Let's hit the road. Hitting the road to go watch the Rams beat up on the Cardinals in Arizona. It's a great day. It's a great day. Oh, I need my backup hat just in case we're losing at halftime. Always bring a backup hat, all right? If we're losing at halftime, you gotta change. That's the rules, all right? So this is my backup black hat that we'll use if we need to. So it's a party outside today. Nice. Not good. All right, into the car. Slide that. Again, I think we're going to have really loud music because I like to do that. I like to have good times. So wait for it.
get some AC so my phone doesn't freak out again. Go high on the AC. Yeah. Let's get cold in here. It is 75. And I am already hot. All right. Look, AD is running back on the 1 yard line. I've been saying that for years, dude. I've been saying that for years. I want to see it so bad. I want to see Aaron Donald get a carry. Like, right there, who's going to tackle Aaron Donald? Nobody, dude. Nobody tackling Aaron Donald. The only person that could tackle Aaron Donald is Aaron Donald, and that's a paradox. Like, you can't have it. There's a fire missing from the team. Oh. That sentence didn't make a lot of sense to me until I it started, and I was like, what are you saying? What's that guy doing in here? Get out of here, bug. Just need to come watch the game. Opening night was a wine and tea event after the banner went up. And you know what? That's really what it felt like. It really felt like that game was just, that was our Super Bowl hangover, it felt like. Yeah, I mean, that's really it. It just, like, that game, it just didn't feel like our night. Even, like, tied at halftime, just didn't feel right. Like, it felt like we were getting smoked still. Like, we were blatantly getting outplayed, even though we were tied at halftime. And so it just kind of felt like the entire time, like, that was going to happen. Like, it was just going to, like, it was just not going to work out for us. Wanda. Does Carl the Cat have a Rams jersey? He does not, unfortunately. I need to get him one, though. That does need to happen because, I mean, just he's the Colonel. He's Colonel Carl. Or Deputy. I don't know. Because Sheriff Joe Bags doesn't use alliteration, so I don't know why I'm so adamant about using alliteration with Carl. But no, he does not currently have a Rams jersey, but I think he will at some point. I think I'm going to go ahead and put him in number 4 also. So I'll be number 9. That's my favorite number. But I don't know why I feel like Carl's favorite number is number 4. Maybe it's just because I like Jordan Fuller. It works out. And I wanted to not kill myself, so I try to read comments as I can. But score predictions, if you got them, drop them. And once they're pulled up on the screen, you are locked in. If you nail the score prediction, you get it absolutely correct. Then you are getting yourself a Rams Showcase T-shirt. Who has impressed you the most so far in our team? Ooh, that's a great question, man. You know what's crazy to me is that Cooper Kupp has been going off, and it feels so normal to us. Like, that's just – Cooper Kupp is just cupping out here. And that feels really cool. So, Kupp for sure. And it's almost weird because, like, the things that Cooper Kupp is doing, it's like that's what he does. But he's, like, legit on pace to be, like, a Triple Crown winner again. So, it's like – it's nuts, man. Having Cooper Kupp is so much fun. I love that he's a Ram, man. But other than that, I would say Havenstein being in that captain spot, I think he's doing a really good job. On defense, Durant, who's making me a little bit nervous on certain coverages, but I think he's playing well. He's playing with some good fire right now. He's inactive today, unfortunately. So I'm really excited to see Kendrick today because I throughout the preseason, I was thinking that Kendrick was playing better than Durant, and then Durant was active and Kendrick was not. So to have DK in there now, I think that's like I'm pumped to see Darion Kendrick. But I also love Robert Rochelle, so that is one too that I'm really, really excited to see. But as far as like who is impressing, that's kind of a hard answer right now, man. Like, cause we haven't been like lighting it up. Cup always, but we got a score prediction here from Mark. What's up, Mark? Mark's the man. 34-24 Rams. Okay, so you're thinking that the Cards might put up some points on us. There's something about the Cards defense too. Like I expect the Rams to be scoring points. You know what I mean? Like I'm not sure what they'll be able to do to our defense because we're still kind of figuring out our defense, and especially those injuries on the secondary, that is a problem. but Bobby Wagner, the more time that he gets in that defense, that's more beneficial. So we'll see kind of what we can do on defense this year, and especially I think everybody who knows Rams Showcase knows my reservations about Raheem and his defensive style, especially early season. Like in the playoffs, he was great, and it was like, okay, it's like Raheem's out here like doing this, like, you know, and then start of the season, it was like, oh no, he's back to what he was doing last year. Okay, so. Yeah, so I think that we'll be able to score points on their defense because their defense is terrible. But it's all about us on offense. Like, what are the Rams going to be able to do? Because our run game has not gotten going. 31st in the NFL on the ground on offense, and that's just tough. You got to be able to run the ball. We can't leave it up to Stafford, especially when we have the conversations already entering the season about like his elbow and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, I'm not super concerned about it, but when you don't have a run game and the only way you're moving the football is off of Stafford's elbow, then it becomes a concern. So, let's see here. AJ, who would you predict gets the game badges this week, and what type of impact do you think they will have? First of all, thank you for that reminder because I did not have graphics for game badges made. I guess that one just slipped through the cracks of all my graphic making that I went through in my little gap this off season that I was making all that stuff. But I didn't have any game badge ones, and I didn't realize it until it was too late. So I'm going to do that maybe tonight or tomorrow. I'll be able to make those and set those up. But as far as a prediction on game badges, what I'm going to go ahead and say is that on offense, I'm going to say that the LA Rob he just goes off today. Like I'm putting LA Rob at like a 120 and 2 TUD game, man. I think he's going to do really, really well. As far as defense, because we are doing that this year as well. We're doing one offense, one defense every single week. And then on defense, I feel like it'll be like a B-Wag situation or a Donald, because Donald, he eats Kyler Murray alive. You know what I mean? Like every time we play him, it feels like he's just absolutely just beating the crap out of him. Very Russell Wilson-esque vibes with that now, you know. So that's good. But those would be my predictions: LA Rob and B-Wags, the two big additions to this Rams team this offseason. Mark says, "Coop! You can never get too many coops." It's not possible. Let's see here. What team in the AFC would make you a little nervous to face in the Super Bowl? Those damn Buffalo Bills, bro. Jesus, they're good this year. They're good right now, though. That's the thing. It's like, are they peaking too early? It's kind of where my brain goes. It's like, yeah, you can be the best team to start the season, but how often does that actually pay off? Ask those Arizona Cardinals. Because they do that a lot. They start really strong. Score predictions, also drop them. Read the bottom line there. Drop your score predictions. If you nail it, you can score a Ram Showcase t-shirt. And they are awesome. The bone gray ones, this color of Ram Showcase shirts, they're real nice. They're real nice. You can see my tattoos through them, though. So, but it's so soft, man. I love it. It's a good one. It's a good shirt. But yeah, dude, the Bills for sure. I mean, they're a tough team. Chiefs as well. They're a strong team. But also, I feel pretty good about the Rams, and I feel pretty good that like the way we're getting like totally beat up right now. I think, and I hope, I guess, would be the proper way to say that. I would hope that we get healthy at about the right time, and then so come late season, come to that playoff push time, that we're more healthy. We get our like offensive line more back in order. Our secondary is better, not so beat up. Because like we're down Troy Hill right now. We're down Jacoby Durant. We're down David Long Jr. and we're down Jordan Fuller for this game. So like that's a beat up secondary. So I would imagine that come playoff push time, that will not necessarily be the case. And you got to credit our training staff, Reggie Scott and the crew, of getting everybody ready for the games, because this is the first time in years that we've seen like an actual injury bug of sorts. So it's great news to have it only this time, but hopefully we can get everybody back in order and getting everybody healed up. It's really unfortunate about Van Jefferson going to IR. That sucks. we were told he might be ready for week 1, and now it's going into week 3. He just got put on IR. So what's going on with that knee, Van? That is something to keep an eye on. And I mentioned that on the Ram Showcase on the podcast. It was a brief comment, and I just kind of slipped it in there because I wasn't overly confident saying it, but it was a brief comment saying, like, is this something that could be lingering for Van? And it feels like it is, which is unfortunate. Luckily, though, we're stacked at the wide receiver spot. If guys like Tutu can actually play and perform, then we'll be looking really good. But Kutch is active today. I don't anticipate him having like a big impact or anything, but that's something, though. That's something. Hoping Odell comes back. I fully anticipate Odell coming back. I've stood pretty strong in that feeling, though, for a long time. For most of the offseason, I've been saying, he'll probably be a Ram. It just kind of feels like that's the course, you know what I mean? It just feels like that's what's going to happen. So I anticipate that happening. I anticipate OBJ coming back, being a Ram. What number he wears, obviously up in the air. Cam Akers took his number 3, which that story came out. It was like, because Odell tweeted, he was like, yo, like, all you had to do was ask, man. Like, I want to do that or whatever. And then it was like, oh no, Odell doesn't want to come back now because Cam Akers has number 3. And it's like, let's relax. All right, that's probably not the deciding factor. Like, well, I was gonna go play for a Super Bowl contender, but I could wear my favorite number. Like, I just don't feel like that was real. So relax on that. But that's just the thing. I fully anticipate OBJ being back. I am curious to see what number he'd wear, though. Would the Wolf, would he give up his 13? AJ, what do you think our running game will look like today? Who will get the lion's share? Does Butler get in some reps? Butler. It doesn't matter how many times I say it. I don't know who you're referring to. Butler. I think ultimately it's going to be. I think we see Hendo with the bulk. I would like to see the Funk Train though, Funky Town. I would like to see him get some more action. For real, okay. I would like to see Funk Train. I'd like to see him get some more action in there. But honestly, okay, I'll say this right now. I'll let the whole stream know. If Lance McCutcheon plays more snaps than Tutu Atwell, I am 100% off of the Tutu train, and I'm never buying a ticket again to the Tutu train. If the Tutu train gets derailed by less snaps than Kutch, then yeah, I'm off of it. Like, it's just not a thing anymore. So I'm already like pretty much, yeah, I'm hanging on, ready to exit. You know what I mean? Because he just doesn't do anything. But anyway, let's see here. Yeah, I think it'd be Hendo getting the bulk of them. Cam Akers, I mean, I expected so much more out of Cam Akers too. We've had a lot of disappointing players to start this year. Tutu is one of them. Cam is one of them. Taylor Rapp is one of them for me. I guess I don't know. I think I watch defense different than other people do because I don't think Taylor Rapp is very good. But hey, I mean, I hope while he's out there, I hope he plays well. I'm not rooting for him to suck because if the Rams play well, I'm happy. I don't care who it is making plays, but it's hard to trust that he'll make plays because he doesn't make that many. Very excited to have Malcolm Brown back. Oh, Brown is who you're talking about. Okay. I got you, man. Dude, I love having Malcolm Brown back. It's super underrated, too, that he was the first SoFi Stadium touchdown, dude, and he's back now. That's so dope. I love Malcolm Brown as a Ram. I think he was, like, just so much fun to watch, man. He's just got so much passion in his run, and he's got that, like, where every time he's hit, he's still getting another 4 or 5 yards, and I love that style, you know. It's just really fun to watch. So, oh, you said that too. Yeah, it's first touchdown at SoFi, dude. That's right. It's I remember watching that game with the Cowboys, and it was like I was the first play back in LA, of course, was it was preseason, but that return for a touchdown from the Cowboys, it was like, oh, okay, like, damn it. And then after that, though, going into the regular season at SoFi, first touchdown, Malk, that was awesome. Right, come on. I had my window to get past everybody who was going super slow, and then they got me friendly. Let's see here. Okay, question, because the way that the transactions went this week and my week just in life was absolute madness. Is Malcolm Brown actually on the active roster, or is he practice squad? Because I thought he got signed to the practice squad. We got another score prediction here, though, coming from Cole. 31-14 with a big old Rams dub. I think this feels about right to me. I'm saying like 36-13, just because I feel like we don't ever get normal scores anymore. Like, it doesn't feel like we ever just like a 31-24 game. Like, it's always like 32-23 or something instead. So, yeah, I'm sticking with that. Yeah, practice squad is what Mark says. So, yeah, I'm excited for him to play again, but obviously he will not be doing that. Yeah, it was hard to keep track of this week. It was a lot of madness. Tack coming in, that was an interesting one. I guess maybe I shouldn't be so surprised or be such a jerk about it is really the thing. But like, a lot of people thought that we signed Tack from the Atlanta Falcons. He didn't even play for the Falcons last year. Like, it's been a while. So people are like, oh, it must be cool to just sign to a team that just beat you. It's like, what? He doesn't play for the Falcons anymore. He hasn't for a while. He did drop the F-bomb on draft night, which was great. It's great TV. But yeah, the transactions, like Mark says, it was too many. It was so hard to keep track of everything that was going on, and they all like came in while I was at work. So I'm trying to like be a radio guy and also be. There's two forms of Sheriff Joe bags. There's the Rams Showcase Sheriff Joe bags, and then there's the Kilo Sheriff Joe bags. It's hard to keep them in line sometimes. Got my multiple personalities. With a mullet and a mustache. Like a champion. Look at that thing, man. Flapping in the wind back here. Gorgeous. I don't know why people put up with me, but I'll take it. I will take it. Good stuff, man. You look fantastic. This is what happens when you become a night DJ. Oh, that's fun. Who gets first touchdown and how? Tutu? I was kidding. Obviously not. He's probably not even going to play. I'm going to say Big Rig Higgs gets it on like a 3-yard completion. Show me the money. You know, all that. Porn stash. Dude, this thing is crispy, dude. This is the longest I've had a mustache, and I'm getting dangerously used to it. Like, to the point where if I shave it off, it'll look weird for a little bit, you know? And that's a problem. That's problematic. 6 yards from Hendo to the right pylon. There's something about the right side. I'm feeling that too, man. I'm feeling my Higgs prediction. I'm feeling right side as well. Like a 3-yard little. I'm gonna guess he does a little like one of those routes. Did that make any sense? It made perfect sense to me. See, Tutu hasn't taken advantage of his opportunities. He's also not really getting them, and that's telling in itself. The fact that he had, 2 snaps last week and didn't touch the ball, that tells us something. The Rams are not adamant about getting him the football. I say that all the time of, for guys that the fans really like that are on, that are inactive every week. And it's like, well, if the team is not itching to get them onto the field, there's no reason for us to be worried about it, you know? If they are not just like, we got to get this guy out here, he's kicking all the butts. then there's no reason for fans to be like, what are we doing out here? Because they see him in practice, they see him in the film room, stuff like that. So it just doesn't make any sense to me. And Tutu is one of those where it's like everybody's like, well, what's Tutu going to do? What's Tutu? If he's not even going to play, then that tells us something. Something's wrong there. And I think it's getting close to the time of just cut your losses with Tutu and let's just kind of move on because I don't think he is what we thought he was wanting to be. He was sold to us as Deshaun Jackson Jr. We kind of thought that like maybe he could be what we thought Tutu was supposed to be, but he hasn't even even Tutu had some explosive games and some sick tuds. You know what I mean? But Tutu, what has he done? Squat, dude. Not the exercise. He's done nothing. Huge. Let's see here. He had a pass thrown to him against the Bills for it could have been a big gain and drops it. Yeah. Feels very on brand. I don't know. I'm not trying to be a hater on Tutu. It's just until how long do we give it? You know what I mean? Like, what is that cutoff window? How much time do we give potential to turn into production until it's not happening? Like, how long does that not happen until you got to be like, all right, maybe it's not there? Because this Rams team used to be stacked with potential, but production was never there. Tavon was always one of those guys where loads of potential, and he hit every once in a while, and it would kind of give you some hope. But then it just never kind of settled in and became like a regular thing. So, and now he's on. Pretty sure he's a practice squad player right now. Wasted second-round pick. I mean, yes and no. I say that because draft picks are a coin toss anyway. And, like, I hate when people, too, they're like, we could have drafted this guy instead of Tutu. And it's like there is not a single draft that you can go back on and say, like, and pick out other players that you could have picked at that spot that would have been a better call. Hindsight's always 20/20, and none of these guys are sure things. That's why it doesn't bother me at all that the Rams ship off first-round picks and get players who are proven, because you can get rid of 2 first-round picks for a solid player who you know is going to contribute, or you can take 2 coin tosses. Bro, give me that veteran all day long that we know is going to be a star. Give me Jalen Ramsey for 2 firsts over 2 rookies back-to-back years in the first round any day. Any day. And I don't know, it's crazy to me that is not such a, like, that people are like, you got rid of all your draft picks or whatever. And I know that there are value in draft picks, and you can hit on them. But it also feels a lot like the Rams do pretty well in the late rounds. So, I don't know. Ultimately, I think we're doing fine. And draft picks are for suckers. But, like, as far as a wasted second-round pick, I don't know if I call any pick wasted. We thought it was there. The potential was there. Looking back on that pick, while we picked him, it was like, all right, nice. Like, this could work out. So, I mean, it's always possible, though. We could go back and look at, like, yeah, probably shouldn't have drafted Sam Bradford, you know? But we did, and at the time it worked out. In that first year, almost made it to the playoffs, lost in week 17, 16-6 against the Charlie Whitehurst-led Seahawks. I'm not mad about it. And then so we didn't get it done then. But looking back on it, it was like, oh, even after that first season, Sam Bradford's rookie year, 2010, being 7-9, it was like, okay, we still got our guy though, and it still wasn't. So that's why I say it's not a wasted pick. We thought it was good at the time, and that's really all you can judge off of is when you picked it. How did you feel about it? Because otherwise, you could say Logan Bruss was a wasted pick, and we don't know that yet. Logan Bruss might be dope, dude, but he's out for the year. His rookie year, that sucks, but. Which also means like he's actually got to kick a bunch of butt cheeks next year if he's going to solidify himself. Otherwise, he'll start to drop down the depth chart, and then he'll just fall out of the league. It's like really crunch time next year for Logan Bruss. Has there ever been a player in a draft that you said he will be amazing, and the Rams pick someone else? Every single draft. Every single draft, bro. Every single draft, I want somebody specifically, and then the Rams pick somebody else. And maybe that player's awesome, maybe he's not. It kind of all just depends. It's different every year, but that's just if they don't know, if the teams don't know, they have access to all these information and interviews and all this stuff. Then how the hell would I know? You know what I mean? I have no idea what the hell. Like, I don't know if it's gonna be good or not. But there's guys whose style I like, and I go for personality fits, style fits, and that's where yeah, coming out of his first training camp, that's where I had issues with Tutu Atwell as well, because in his press conferences and stuff, it was like he doesn't feel like he fits our culture, and so far that's kind of reigned true. So what is going on here every week? They've been doing like food trucks back here, which is awesome, but I like food trucks while I'm drinking, or like after I'm drinking, and these ones leave like before I'm done. Any last second score predictions before I head inside and start throwing some beers into my face? So drop them now, or just don't, and then you don't get a chance to win a Ram Showcase shirt. What's the worst that could happen? It's not like if you don't get it right, I come and like slap you in the throat. I don't know why I would do that anyway. It'd be like, look up. Like, that's so dumb. All right, let's wrap up talking about this game. If anybody's got score predictions, though, drop them right now, because I'm about to go chase this water with some beers. Fat tires, specifically, if you were curious. I like fat tires a lot. Quick sidebar before we talk about this game, before I go outside. One time, I was at home drinking some beers, as one does, and I looked at the bottle of Fat Tire, and it says established 1991 in Colorado. And I out loud said, no way, me too. And then I laughed for like 10 minutes. I was by myself, and it was a great time. And yeah, so that's why I decided that. And it's also delicious, so you got that going for you too. Another score prediction coming in, 20-10 from Kristen. Whoa. That mom just tried to kill me, but it was outside of my car, so it's okay. 20-10. It feels like the Rams could score more than that, but also it's a division game. You never know with a division game. We're going to destroy them. I agree, Edwin. But yeah, so real fast about this game, a couple things that you are kind of keeping your eyeballs on. The Rams secondary is beat up, but also the Cardinals pass game has not necessarily been on fire. So I think that the Rams, while our depth is going to be tested in the secondary with Jordan Fuller, Kobe Durant, Troy Hill, David Long Jr. all out of this game, we get to see a lot more Robert Rochelle. We get to see a lot more DK, Darian Kendrick. So that's good news. But that'll be something to kind of keep our eyes on. Luckily, though, for the Rams and against the Cardinals specifically, James Conner is playing in this game, but the front seven is largely intact. We're not really beat up there at all. So we got Bobby Wagner still. We got Aaron Donald. We have the fastest player in the NFL up front, too, Greg Gaines. That's good news. So I think ultimately that's going to be where this game is won or lost on the Rams side for that matchup. On offense, can this Rams run game get going at all? We will have our God, I always screw up their names. Jackson playing at right guard. Jeez, I don't know where my brain went for that. But he'll be playing at right guard. Of course, he did not start last week, but Tremaine Ingram went out on the very first play, so he basically started last week. But can this run game get going? Can Hendo get going? Can Akers get going? So that's going to be the big question on that side of the ball. But the Cardinals' pass defense is garbage, so the Rams should be able to put up some points as far as that goes. And Stafford should be able to have a pretty big game. We're looking for Cooper Kupp to do what Cooper Kupp does, which is kick all of the butt cheeks. You better watch your butts because Cooper Kupp is out here kicking them, all right? And L.A. Rob as well. I would anticipate that this so far, I know we only have 2 games to look at already, but I would say that that L.A. Rob will probably have his best game so far as a Ram in game number 3. First division game of the year, first road game of the year, last game of the year in the Bone uniforms. So soak them in. Let your eyeballs be graced with that beautiful Bone jersey color. I absolutely love them. I'm sad that this is the last time we see them this year. But either way, it's going to be nice today. We get the classy combo with the Bone on Royal. Last week, we got my favorite, the Bone on Soul. This week, Bone on Royal. Classy look. Love it. So We're good to go. And then next week, I think, is the first week we wear. No, I think we're in whites next week. We're in San Fran. So back-to-back road division games. That's absolutely tough. But hey, this team can absolutely do it, man. That's, we're reigning champs until we're not. So tell me I'm wrong. Compton Mania. Compton Mania. Love it, dude. I was wearing my shirt the other day. I wore it on the podcast, man. I think last week for the Atlanta game I wore it. Compton Mania. 31-24 with the pick there from Deshaun, I'm guessing. Let's go back to back. Go back to work. That's what he said. And contain Murray. That's right, man. Contain Murray. We got this, guys. We got this. I'm going to go put some beers into my face. I recommend you do the same. Or, you know what? Be smarter than me and just do waters in your face or something like that. But I'm also going to get some grub. Very hungry guy right now. And I definitely need to do that. So we will get rocking. Turn off my... Cooled seats is the best thing in the universe, by the way. Like, I've experienced heated seats before, but with this car, I get cooled seats. It's changed my entire life. My entire life is now different, and I will never go back to being one of those losers who does not have cooled seats. All right, y'all, enjoy this friggin' game. Rams going to beat up on the Arizona Cardinals in the desert today. It's going to be an awesome one. Rams again in the bone jersey for the last time this year. Going to be awesome. Tough game, but again, we've won 7 straight in Arizona, so that's something that we can kind of hang our hats on a little bit. Sean McVay is 10-1 all time against the Arizona Cardinals. His only loss coming last year, but that was in LA. So 7 straight in Arizona. Let's make it 8, huh? Let's make it 8. Let's go Rams. Beat up on Arizona. Kyler Murray. He's going to be crying